Wait, did Taylor Swift really get skipped for the 2026 Grammys? That's right. The global superstar who practically owns award season won't be taking home Grammy Gold this time around. But before you start blaming the Recording Academy, there's an important reason behind it. And Swifties, you'll want to hear every detail. Welcome to Starline News, your one-stop source for celebrity buzz, Hollywood headlines, and all things pop culture. If you love Taylor Swift, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below. Let's talk about what really happened to the life of a showgirl. It all began on November 7th, when the Recording Academy went live to unveil the 2026 Grammy nominations. The presentation featured past winners like Sabrina Carpenter, Chappelle Roan, Doe, and Lizzo, each announcing new categories and nominees. Fans worldwide tuned in, ready to celebrate their favorites. Social media exploded with predictions. Who's up for Album of the Year? Will Taylor sweep again? But minutes later, a ripple of confusion spread online. Where was Taylor Swift? Her name, normally a Grammy staple, was nowhere on the list. Within an hour, hashtag #WhereIsTaylor trended across X and TikTok. Swifties couldn't believe it. How could the artist with 14 Grammys and 4 Album of the Year wins not even get a nod? Here's the truth, Swifties. Taylor wasn't snubbed at all. She simply wasn't eligible this time. The Recording Academy's eligibility window for the 2026 Grammys ran from August 31st, 2024 to August 30th, 2025. And Taylor's 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, dropped on October 3rd, 2025. Just 5 weeks too late. So technically, she'll compete in next year's ceremony, the 2027 Grammys. That's why her name didn't appear anywhere this round. It's not a rejection. It's timing. Of course, that didn't stop the internet from spiraling. Fans shared disbelief, memes, and theories. Some joked, the Grammys just entered their karma era. Others posted videos pretending to call the Academy, demanding answers. On TikTok, one fan dramatically played Cruel Summer with the caption, "Crying because my queen deserves every Grammy." Another wrote, "She missed the deadline, but never misses a beat." It was peak Swiftie culture, emotional, funny, and full of love for their idol. Even without a nomination, Taylor's influence dominated the night. Let's be honest, Taylor Swift doesn't need another trophy to prove her success. She's already one of the most awarded artists in Grammy history. Across her career, she's earned 52 nominations and 14 wins, including 4 Album of the Year awards for Fearless, 1989, Folklore, and Midnights. That last one made her the first artist ever to win the top Grammy 4 times. At the 2025 Grammys, the Tortured Poets department earned several nominations but didn't take home a win. Did that dampen her spirit? Not even slightly. Cameras caught her dancing through the show, singing along to other artists, and even presenting the Best Country Album Award to Beyoncé herself. It was peak Taylor, gracious, fun, and effortlessly iconic. Now, let's talk about the album at the center of all this, The Life of a Showgirl. Released on October 3rd, 2025, it's Taylor's boldest project yet, a glittering theatrical concept album exploring fame, illusion, and reinvention. Critics called it cinematic, daring, and deeply personal. From the opening track Spotlight to the emotional closer Curtain Call, Taylor dives into the highs and heartbreaks of living in the public eye. She blends big band jazz, pop beats, and storytelling lyrics that only she could write. The album was an instant smash, debuting at number 1. One on the Billboard 200 and moving 1.4 million units in its first week, her biggest debut since Midnights. Every lyric spawned fan theories, YouTube breakdowns, and think pieces about what's real versus performance. So while the Grammys wait for next year, The Life of a Showgirl has already claimed its crown, commercially and culturally. Insiders say this off year might actually be a genius move. By releasing her album after the Grammy window, Taylor avoids splitting attention with this year's releases and sets herself up for a dominant run in 2027. With touring, visuals, and promo aligned, she'll enter that season with full momentum. As one critic put it, Taylor didn't miss the Grammys. She's playing chess while everyone else plays checkers. It's true. Every era she crafts feels intentional, strategic, And perfectly timed. Even without nominations, Taylor Swift could still attend as a presenter or performer. The Recording Academy loves star power, and Taylor always delivers. Over the years, her performances, from All Too Well, 10-minute version, to her medley tributes, have become highlights of Grammy history. So don't be surprised if she shows up, lights up the stage, and reminds everyone that awards or not, she's still the main event. Her fans know the drill. Every time the world doubts Taylor, she returns bigger and better. Swifties are already predicting a Grammy sweep in 2027. Online, they're mapping out potential categories: Album of the Year, Best Pop Vocal Album, Song of the Year, and sharing fan art imagining her next acceptance speech. One viral tweet summed it up perfectly: Taylor Swift doesn't chase Grammys. Grammys chase Taylor Swift. Here's the thing: Taylor doesn't need award nominations to stay relevant. She's already shaping global culture in real time. Her every move, from an album drop to a social media post, generates headlines, think pieces, and fashion trends. When The Life of a Showgirl released, theaters, brands, and even universities hosted listening events. She's no longer just a singer. She's an economy, an era, a movement. That kind of power doesn't fade with one award season. There's also a lesson here about creativity and patience. Taylor Swift has built her empire by trusting her instincts, not the calendar. Every era feels authentic, from country roots to indie storytelling to glam spectacle. And her fans grow with her, era after era. So missing one Grammy year, it's barely a blip. She's crafting longevity, not chasing trophies. As we look toward 2026 and beyond, one thing's clear: Taylor Swift isn't slowing down. Rumors are swirling about a deluxe version of The Life of a Showgirl with new tracks and possible collaborations, maybe even with Lizzo or Sabrina Carpenter. There's also talk of an extended world tour that could break more records. If those plans line up, the 2027 Grammys might just turn into the ultimate Taylor Swift celebration. What makes this moment so fascinating isn't just the music. It's what it says about fame, timing, and artistry. In a world obsessed with instant wins, Taylor plays the long game. She values her craft over deadlines, and that's why fans respect her even more. It's not about how many awards she collects, it's about how deeply her art connects. Yes, Taylor Swift won't be taking home Grammy Gold in 2026. But if history tells us anything, she'll walk into 2027 with another record-breaking year under her belt. Remember, this is the same artist who turned heartbreak into Red, isolation into folklore, and self-reinvention into The Life of a Showgirl. Every setback becomes part of her story, and her story always leads back to victory. And that wraps up today's headline: Taylor Swift and the 2026 Grammys, the story behind the missing nominations. What do you think, Swifties? Was this just a scheduling issue, or do you think Taylor has something big planned behind the scenes? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your theories. Don't forget to subscribe to Starline News for more celebrity updates, music highlights, and behind-the-scenes stories from Hollywood. Until next time, stay tuned, stay inspired, and keep the music loud. Because here at Starline News, the stars always shine brighter.